Oh my gosh. Hi everyone, I'm Christina Milian. Now, you guys might know me as a singer and an actress, but most importantly, I am a reader and an eater. Now, I'm here today with Reese's Book Club, giving you our take on a cooking show. This is Eat the Book.
Sado and his parents chatted in dialect, and I caught fragments of what they were discussing. Sado turned to me periodically to translate. I ate pasta with local capers and a simple tomato sauce that pleased my palate like no other. I gorged on eggplant caponata and grilled artichokes, topped with sprinkles of fresh mint. I even bypassed my aversion to grain alcohol and took a sip of pear grappa. I wanted everyone to feel at ease. I knew I could never be one of them, but I could be the kind of wife who supported her husband making amends with his people. That much I had proven, and it made me quietly triumphant, optimistic even. We had done it.
Wow, I want to eat the book.
I can help you with that.
I'm here today with author Tembi Locke and with chef Genevieve Gergis. Now, you might remember Tembi as the author of our May 2019 pick, From Scratch. All right, ladies, so let's dive into the fun part. Tembi,
Yes.
Okay, I have to tell you, my girlfriends and I read your book. We were so emotionally just like tied into just all these moments, the past and the present, into the culture, into your love. And it's like, you gotta pinch yourself. Is this real? Did this really happen, huh?
This really happened. So my book, From Scratch, is a true story. It's my memoir, and it is, as they say, a story of love, Sicily, and finding home, where I fall in love with my late husband, who was an Italian chef. And it follows our love and our marriage and the ups and downs there, and his family not accepting initially, right? But then, we become parents, he's diagnosed, and after he passes, I go spend the first 3 summers in Sicily with my mother-in-law and our daughter. And what happens over those summers, the love that is forged, the food that we eat, like the way we become a new kind of family in the absence of the person who connected us,
together,
right?
Yes.
And that's really the book.
We're all searching for this sorrow in our life.
It's both a romantic love story, but it's also the love of food and place and travel, to pick up the book and be transported. And now we get to be transported with your delicious food.
Well, the pressure's on now.
Now, I understand, Genevieve, you have a kind of a similar love story in some ways.
Yes, we do, actually. That is what I'm sorry. I did not expect you to go into there.
I did kind of throw that at you, huh?
I have the chef husband as well. And I was shocked at the parallels between our lives, and I was extremely touched by your book. I chose a dessert and a savory option, and for the dessert, a sweet wine chiffon cake, and it will be served with plums and some peaches that are also sauteed in this wine.
Oh my God.
And then our savory dish, which is sort of a salad, and a tomato salad over a smoky eggplant puree. Oh. This cake I really loved in your book is when you first met him and you talked about how your friends were leaving and you were being left with this amazing person. I can understand from having a chef husband that when he cooked for me the first time, it was like, you gotta see him for who he is. I loved how you said they had this dessert wine at the end of the meal, and that scent of your friends leaving and the scent of the dessert wine, and then you're left with him. So I chose the dessert wine to incorporate that into the cake. And the plums, there's a part of the book where you're in Sicily and you're given the bag of plums. You're grieving, but you're getting something really beautiful.
I mean, this book really is about being kind of brought back to life and being resurrected, right? Both in family and in your heart, and as a woman and as a mom. And food, really, sitting at my mother-in-law's table and her kind of nursing me back. A lot of it was like just quiet and cooking and eating together. And in those shared moments, like this love was happening.
Yeah, and then you're experiencing that acceptance too together and grieving together, but at the same time growing together. Did Sarah let you in the kitchen very much?
With Sato and I was like, I will buy all the food. But once I would get in there, I was like, okay, I will help you set everything up. And then I would just play music and sit in the background and just watch. And it was so voyeuristic and fantastic and beautiful.
Dance around?
Yes, I'm just watching.
You want to do this for me, actually?
Yeah, I'll do it. It's so beautiful the way it's all coming together in there. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a memory.
This wine has a little bit almost like a dried fruit marzipan-y taste.
You're saying all the Sicilian words.
like
You're saying
marzipan.
almond, marzipan. I am going to be transported. I love it.
Just your love, like the whole romance of that passionate
Well,
love.
the fact that Sato was Sicilian, really, like, I mean, he really brought that to bear both in the kitchen and certainly, you know, and how he romanced and all of that, right?
You're blushing. You can't see it, but I have chills right now. I'm like, oh.
You know, and one of the things that I wanted to do was to make the readers fall in love with him the way I fell in love with him.
Absolutely.
I am so excited to taste this. You have no idea.
Yeah, that's very easy. I love that. We're using different varieties of heirloom tomatoes.
Yes. Early girls.
Oh my God, yes.
Early girls.
I was thinking dirty girl, but there's a farm.
That's another kind of tomato. Okay, do you know how honored I am that I'm holding your knife? I feel a little intimidated. It just feels so beautiful to imagine this dish through your lens.
The only reason why I even created all this is because I read your story. So I'm gonna go like this for our puree. There we go. Look at that.
All right, I have something fun. I have some questions from Reese's book club community.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Are there any Sicilian platitudes that you live by?
Yes, there's one that, you know, basically is like, my mother-in-law used to say this all the time, which is like, the best word is the one not said. Which is basically like,
Is it kind of like, don't, you know, say something nice or nothing at all?
pretty much, that's the Southern version of it. That's the Southern version. So sometimes you're like, yeah, I'll hold on to that. Yeah.
Did writing this book help you with the grieving process?
Absolutely. It taught me that I can do more than I ever imagined that I could do, and it also helped me to hold the beauty and the sadness side by side.
Congratulations on your recent wedding.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Do you have any advice for finding love after loss?
Just keep your heart open, and it might show up in surprising places. And I think that's one of the things I really wanted to communicate in the book was like that, you know, there's this constant evolution and reimagining, and what you thought life would look like, it may look very different, and we can't make assumptions or kind of, you know, cloister ourselves off, but really embrace the fullness of life.
That's beautiful. So Reese and Zoe Saldana are producing a Netflix series?
Limited series.
My gosh, with you.
I'm co-writing the pilot and developing it, and it's been absolutely amazing and like an experience beyond my wildest imaginations. And Zoe would come on, whose husband in real life is Italian.
Yes, they're a beautiful couple.
My daughter's like, Zoe Saldana's gonna play you, and I'm like, yeah, right?
That's crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah, so I'm just so honored and so excited to be a part of the team that's gonna bring it to screen.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
That's huge.
It's huge. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Reese. When I got to the window, flushed with anxious nerves, the first thing I saw was that it was pouring rain. As I peered out into the night and looked down, there he was, my Sato. His coat was drawn tight and his hair was a wet, soaking mess. One look at Sato and something new about him came into crystalline focus. Someone who was determined above all else to stand for love, no matter what, no matter how, no matter.
Oh my God. Oh, such a good love story. Okay, I need a drink.
Before we get started, first things first, we are going to strain off an ingredient that I made last night. What I did is I just combined equal parts chopped up orange with white sugar, put it in a bag overnight, sealed, and what happens the next day is you get this really beautiful, lovely orange cordial. Get all that liquid out. I'm gonna give it a quick little whisk. Just gonna transfer this to a more pour-friendly container here. Great thing about spritzes is that you don't even really need any bar tools. I'm gonna build this drink right in the glass. You could also, say, build it in a pitcher if you have friends coming over for, say, a book club. I'm gonna start out with my orange cordial, a bitter Italian aperitif, a little bit of apricot liqueur, and then the kind of star of the show here is going to be grappa. Last thing, a little bit of verjus. Ice, stir, a dash of sparkling mineral water, and finally, dry sparkling wine. And now to garnish. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
That is
Oh,
beautiful.
refreshing. Oh my gosh.
That is
That is
gorgeous.
so good.
No, you did not. This is so good.
You put your foot in it.
Do you know that expression?
In a good way.
It's a good way. It's like saying
Yeah,
like
you-
the best. Like you put
kicked
your
it.
foot, like
Yes.
you committed. Okay, this is heaven.
The cake is really good. Wow.
It's airy and light. It's like chiffon.
I'm done with you.
I am done with you in the best of ways.
Oh my goodness. You inspired that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Do you like it?
Wow.
Yes, we love it.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today. Had a fabulous time. Thank you, Tembi. Thank you, Genevieve and Devin. And thank you, KitchenAid. Follow Reese's Book Club, and you can bring some of these ideas to your book club. We hope you love this as much as we love the book.
It's so good. I want to hug you.